Yes, students, in the last class, we had discussed about molarity and important relations related to molarity and molality definition and formulas we have discussed. Now, in the today's class, we will discuss about the relation between, okay, students, in the today's class, we are discussing about a relation between molality and molarity, small m and capital M, the relation we need to discuss. Okay, students. So we know that what is that molality formula? Molality is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 by weight of solvent. 1000 by weight of solvent. Okay, student, this is the formula about molality. And molarity formula. Molarity means capital M is equals to weight by gram molecular weight of solute. WB means weight of solute divided by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 by V, volume of a solution in ml. Okay, student, this is about the formula of molarity. So 1 divided by 2 you do, then molality by molarity is equals to molarity by molality by molarity is equals to volume of solution. V is nothing but a volume of a solution divided by weight of solvent. Then molality is equals to molarity into volume of solution divided by weight of solvent. Okay, this is the relation. Now this relation we have to convert into in this way. Molality is equals to molarity into 1000. Molarity into 1000 divided by 1000 into density minus molarity into gram molecular weight of solute. MB means gram molecular weight of a solute. How this formula relation came means, let you have to consider that volume of solution V is equals to 1000 ml, dear students. 1000 ml is nothing but 1 liter. So 1 liter solution density is equals to D. Let you have to consider that density of the solution is equals to D gram per ml. And we know that density is equals to mass by volume or weight by volume. So according to that, the weight of solution is equals to density into volume of the solution. Volume of solution, how much, dear students? 1000 ml we are taking. So the weight of solution is equals to density into 1000. Okay, now weight of solution we know that, and we have to find out the weight of solute. So how to find out the weight of solute? We know that molarity is equals to N by V in liters, then the volume is equals to 1 liter. That's why M is equals to weight by gram molecular weight of solute, because M is equals to N. This V is equals to 1. Then molarity is equals to number of moles, because the volume of the solution is equals to 1 liter. Then that molarity is equals to weight by gram molecular weight of solute. From this weight of solute, WB is equals to molarity into gram molecular weight of solute. This is nothing but gram molecular weight of solute. Okay, students. So now the weight of solvent, we know that weight of solution is equals to weight of solvent plus weight of solute. WA is nothing but solvent and WB is nothing but solute. Okay, students. So weight of solution, we know that weight of solution is equals to D into 1000 or 1000 into density. Okay, and weight of solute also we know that M into capital M, molarity into gram molecular weight of solute. So the weight of solvent is equals to WA is equals to weight of solution minus weight of solute. So 1000 into density. 1000 into density is nothing but weight of solution minus of gram weight of solute. Weight of solute is nothing but molarity into gram molecular weight of solute. So WA we are find out. Okay, just you have to substitute in the above formula V and WA. V is equals to 1000 ml. That's why the molarity is equals to molarity into 1000 divided by 1000 into density minus molarity into gram molecular weight of solute. This is the final relation. So you have to remember this relation or this relation also correct. So molality by molarity is equals to volume of solution divided by weight of a solvent. Okay, molality is equals to molarity into 1000 divided by 1000 into density minus of molarity into gram molecular weight of a solute. Okay, this is a very important relation, dear students. Now we will do some applications related to molality. Molality related formulas now we will discuss. Okay, students, let's listen carefully. Okay, some questions we'll discuss. Let's see the question number 1. What is the question number 1, dear students? The question number 1 is calculate the molality. Calculate the molality. Calculate the molality of 2.5 grams of 2.5 grams of ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid means CH3COOH. Ethanoic acid is the solute. 2.5 grams of ethanoic acid in 75 grams of benzene. 75 grams of benzene. So for this solution, molality we need to find out. Okay, students, let's see the solution. We know that molality, okay, direct formula. Molality is nothing but weight of solute divided by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 by weight of solvent in grams. Okay, now the WB is equals to weight of acetic acid or ethanoic acid. Okay, is equals to how much they gave in the question, dear students? 2.5 grams. And MB is equals to gram molecular weight of solute. Gram molecular weight of ethanoic acid is nothing but its common name is acetic acid, CH3COOH. If you observe that here 2 carbon atoms, 4 hydrogen atoms and 2 oxygen atoms are present, it's a gram molecular weight. If you observe that carbon 12, hydrogens 1, oxygen 16, then it is equals to 60 will comes, 60 gram per mole. Okay, students, 60 grams. Now WA, weight of solvent. WA is equals to weight of solvent. Here benzene we are using as a solvent. So the benzene is equals to 75 grams. Just you have to substitute these all values in the above formula. Then the molality is equals to weight 2.5 divided by 60 into 1000. 60 into 1000 divided by 75 is on simplification will get 0.556 molar. 0.556 molar will comes. Okay, this is about that molality calculation. Okay, students, let's see one more model question related to molality. What is the another model question, dear students? Find the molality of H2SO4 solution. Find the molality of H2SO4 solution. H2SO4 solution, comma, density they gave, the density is equals to 1.98 gram per ml. Okay, students, and in this solution 95% weight by volume W by V, weight by volume of H2SO4 is present. So in the given solution 95% weight by volume of H2SO4 is present and the density of solution is equals to 1.98 gram per ml they gave. We need to find out the molality of the solution. Okay, so here the weight of solvent, they are not given directly. So we have to find out the weight of solvent by using density and weight by volume percentage. Okay, dear students, let's see what is the meaning of 95%. 95% weight by volume, W by V, means 95 grams of, okay, 95 grams of H2SO4 present in 100 ml of solution. 100 ml of a solution. Okay, students, 100 ml of a solution. In 100 ml of solution, 95 grams of H2SO4 solute is present. Okay, now the weight of solution we need to find out. Okay, students, so the density D is equals to weight by volume, W by V. So the density of the solution they gave from this weight of solution. Okay, among that solvent weight, we know that weight of solution is equals to weight of solution is equals to density into V, volume of the solution. So the density, how much they gave, dear students? 1.98 into volume of solution is equals to 100 ml they gave. Then it is equals to 198 grams. 198 grams of solution is present. Okay. Among that 198 grams of solution, the weight of solvent we need to find out. Therefore, weight of solvent that is WA is equals to weight of solvent is equals to weight of solution 198 minus weight of solute 95. Weight of solute 95, then it is equals to 103 grams. Okay, students, 103 grams. Now the molality is equals to, now the molality formula, molality is equals to weight of solute by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 by weight of solvent. Okay, from this molality is equals to weight of solute. How much weight of H2SO4 is present, dear students? 95 grams of H2SO4. And the gram molecular weight of H2SO4. The gram molecular weight of H2SO4 is equals to 98. H2SO4 gram molecular weight is 98 into 1000 by weight of solvent is equals to 103. So H2SO4 gram molecular weight is 98 mol. Because hydrogen atoms atomic weight is 1, sulfur 32, and 4 oxygen atoms are present, each oxygen atom 16. Then you are added that sum of the all atoms atomic weights in H2SO4 is equals to gram molecular weight will comes. How much it will comes, dear students? 98 grams comes, 98 gram per mole. Is on simplification will get, so 95 by 98 into 1000 by 103 is on simplification will get 9.412 gram per kg. Means the units for molality is equals to gram per kg or molal. Okay, student, this kind of problems they are asking in a molality concept. Otherwise, sometimes what they will do, dear students, density of the solution they will give and molarity they will give. Then we need to find out molality. So already I discussed that molality and molarity relation also we discussed. We have these values we have to substitute in the above formula, and then we'll get finally molality. So sometimes molarity and density of the solution will give, and we need to find out molarity also. That's why these all relations we need to remember in our mind. Okay, students, and let's go for next concept. The next concept is mole fraction. The next concept is a mole fraction. Okay, students, what is mole fraction? So this mole fraction is denoted by X. Okay, mole fraction. Mole fraction is nothing but number of moles of one component. It is the ratio. Mole fraction is the ratio. It is the ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all components. Total number of moles of all components is known as mole fraction. Okay, students, is known as a mole fraction. Okay, so according to the definition, I will write the formula. Let consider a binary solution. Consider a binary solution in which solute is equals to A and solvent is equals to B. Okay, students, then solvent is equals to B, then mole fraction of solute is equals to XA. Mole fraction of solute means solute is one component, its mole fraction we need to find out. So in the definition what they gave, dear students, it's the ratio of number of moles of one component. What is that component? A we are taking. Number of moles of one component means that is Na, number of moles of A, divided by total number of moles of all components. So in the solution has two components are present. So their A and B are present, then that total number of moles means number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Okay, number of moles of B is known as a mole fraction of A. Okay, and similarly mole fraction of solvent is equals to XB is equals to number of moles of B, NB by number of moles of B plus number of moles of A. Okay, is known as a mole fraction of B. Okay, dear student, this is about the mole fraction definition. Mole fraction of a solution is equals to, it is the ratio of the number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all components is known as a mole fraction. It is represented by X. Okay, students. So the number of moles does not changes with the temperature. That's why it is mole fraction is a temperature independent. Mole fraction is temperature independent like molality. Okay, students, the mole fraction is temperature independent. Okay, and another important information, dear students, for example, binary solution, if I consider the binary solution, sum of the mole fraction of A plus sum of the mole fraction of B is equals to Na by Na plus Nb plus Nb by Na plus Nb. So the denominator is same, then the LCM is equals to Na plus Nb will comes, and here Na plus Nb will comes, then both will cancel, then is equals to 1. So the sum of the mole fractions of all components, therefore in a solution sum of the mole fractions mole fractions of all components is equals to all components is equal to 1. Okay, students, is equals to 1. That is mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B plus mole fraction of C, like so. For example, one solution has two components are present, means XA plus XB is equals to 1. If it has three components are present, XA plus XB plus XC is equals to 1. 4 are present. Like how many are there also? Then the total sum is equals to the mole fractions of all components is equals to 1 will comes, is equals to 1. Okay, student, this is about mole fraction definition and formulas and important points related to mole fraction. Okay, now we'll do some problems related to mole fraction. Okay, students, let's see the question. What is the given question, dear students? If you observe that the given question, a binary solution, in a binary solution, okay, students, in a binary solution, the mole fraction of one component the mole fraction of one component is 0.85. Okay, mole fraction of one component is 0.85, and find the mole fraction of another component. Okay, students, so two components are present. Then the second component mole fraction we need to find out. Let's see that already we know that sum of the mole fractions of the all components is equals to 1. Sum of the mole fractions of the all components is equals to 1. So we know that. Let's see that the mole fraction of first component XA is equals to 0.85, and XB, the mole fraction of second component, we need to find out. And we know that XA plus XB is equals to 1. From this, XB is equals to 1 minus XA, 1 minus XA. Then 1 minus 0.85 is equals to 0.15. So the mole fraction is the ratio only. So it doesn't have any units. It doesn't have any units. Okay, students. Let's see that another important question related to mole fraction, and calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol in a solution. Ethylene glycol in a aqueous solution contains 20% by mass. Okay, students, so 20% by mass means 20% weight by volume, weight percentage is present in the solution. So by using this information, we have to find out the ethylene glycol mole fraction. Okay, then first listen carefully, dear students. Ethylene glycol, okay, 20% by mass means 20% weight by weight, means 20 grams of ethylene glycol, 20 grams of ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol present in 100 grams of solution. Okay, total 100 grams of solution is there, in which 20 grams of ethylene glycol is present. Okay, so the weight of solvent, so here the solvent is water only. The weight of solvent, water, is equals to, so find the mole fraction of ethylene glycol in aqueous solution. Here the solution is aqueous nature. Aqueous solution contains 20% by mass. So the weight of solvent is equals to weight of solution 100 minus weight of solute 20 is equals to 80 grams of water is present. Okay, now we need to find out the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. So to find out the ethylene glycol, here ethylene glycol molecular formula we need to learn. So what is the molecular formula of ethylene glycol? Ethylene glycol is a diol. It contains two OH groups are present at carbon atoms. Okay, at two carbon atoms, at two primary carbons are present. So they having two OH groups. Ethylene glycol molecular formula is equals to CH2 bond OH bond CH2 OH. This is ethylene glycol molecular formula. Its gram molecular weight. Its gram molecular weight of ethylene glycol is equals to 62. Is equals to 62. Okay, students. Now we need to find out the number of moles of ethylene glycol. Number of moles of ethylene glycol is equals to weight by gram molecular weight. Weight by 62. Okay, weight by 62 is equals to 0.322 will comes, and number of moles of water is equals to weight 80 grams divided by 18. The gram molecular weight of water is 18 is equals to 4.444. It will comes like 4.444 like it. Now the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol is equals to the number of moles of ethylene glycol 0.322 divided by number of moles of ethylene glycol plus number of moles of water 0.44. Is on simplification will get 0.0675 is the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. It comes. Okay, students, here directly the question not given. In this question, what they gave, dear students? In this question, they gave 20% weight by weight of ethylene glycol is present in aqueous solution. Means 20 grams of ethylene glycol is present in 100 grams of solution. So in the solution, the solvent is water is present. Aqueous solution means solvent is water. So the weight of ethylene glycol is 20 grams. Its gram molecular weight is 62. Okay, and it's very clear. And water weight is 80 grams, and its gram molecular weight is 18. Then the mole fraction of ethylene glycol you want means ethylene glycol is nothing but number of moles of ethylene glycol divided by number of moles of ethylene glycol plus number of moles of water. Okay, so that's why I separately find out number of moles of ethylene glycol I find out, and number of moles of water I find out. Then the mole fraction of ethylene glycol is equals to 0.0675 km. This is about a mole fraction. Now we'll discuss about that mole fraction of solute, how it is related to molality and how it is related to molarity. That relations now we need to discuss. Okay, so I will discuss about that relations, important relations related to mole fraction of solute and molality. Okay, students, let's see the relation between mole fraction of solute and molality. The relation between mole fraction of solute and molality. Okay, this relation first we will discuss. Okay, students. What is the relation, dear student? The mole fraction of solute. Mole fraction. These formulas we need to remember directly. The mole fraction of solute, that is X2 is equals to the mole fraction of solute is equals to molality into gram molecular weight of solvent divided by 1 plus molality into gram molecular weight of a solvent. So where capital M is equals to gram molecular weight of solvent. Gram molecular weight of a solvent. Okay, students, this is one important relation. And the second relation between mole fraction solute and molarity symbol capital M. Okay, students, this relation we need to discuss. So the mole fraction of solute X2 is equals to the mole fraction of solute X2 is equals to M into M1 divided by M into M1 minus M2 plus density of the solution. Okay, where M1 already we know that M1 means gram molecular weight of a solvent. Okay, and M2 is equals to gram molecular weight of a solute, and D is equals to density of the solution. Okay, students, these are the main important relations. At the same way, one more relation related to mole fraction and molality. So the another relation, molality, the small m is equals to mole fraction of solute divided by the mole fraction of solvent into 1000 by gram molecular weight of solvent. 1000 by gram molecular weight of solvent. 1000 by M1. This is another important relation, students. Okay, so these are the important relations related to mole fraction of solute and molality, and mole fraction of solute and molarity, and molality, how it is related to mole fraction of solute as well as solvent. So the M is equals to small m is equals to X2, means mole fraction of solute divided by mole fraction of solvent. X1 is equals to mole fraction of a solvent. Okay, X2 is equals to mole fraction of a solute. M1 is equals to gram molecular weight of solvent. M2 is equals to gram molecular weight of solute. These are the important relations. Okay, students. And the next concept is normality. Okay, normality concept is very, very important, students. Okay, okay, students. Let's go for normality. Normality. What is normality? The normality symbol is small n. Okay, students. Normality means, let's see the normality definition. Normality means number of equivalents, the number of equivalents of solute, the number of equivalents of solute present in 1 liter solution. 1 liter solution is called as a normality. The number of equivalents of solute, the number of equivalents are gram equivalents. The number of equivalents is also nothing but number of gram equivalents. Gram equivalents. Gram equivalents of solute present in 1 liter of solution is known as a normality. Okay, it is represented by N. That normality is equals to number of equivalents. Number of equivalents of solute divided by volume of solution. Volume of solution, that is V in liters. V in liters is called as a normality. So this normality is nothing but number of equivalents formula. We know that, dear students, number of equivalents is nothing but equivalents. Already in first PUC only we are studied in redox reactions chapter. Number of equivalents is equals to weight by gram equivalent weight. Okay, weight by gram equivalent weight. That is nothing but here that equivalents of solute we are used. So the weight of solute, WB by gram equivalent weight of solute. The gram equivalent weight symbol is nothing but E. I have to use. Okay, gram equivalent weight of solute into 1 by volume of the solution in liters. 1 by volume of the solution in liters. So this normality is equals to weight of solute by gram equivalent weight of solute into 1000 by volume of solution in ml. The volume of solution we need to consider by ml when the normality is equals to weight of solute divided by gram equivalent weight of solute into 1000 by volume of solution. Now the gram equivalent weight. What is the gram equivalent weight formula, dear students? Let's see that the gram equivalent weight. Gram equivalent weight, GEW formula. The gram equivalent weight of solute or gram equivalent weight E is equals to weight is equals to gram molecular weight by N factor. Gram molecular weight by N factor. For example, what is N factor? N factor, okay, students listen carefully. N factor is nothing but for acids. The N factor is nothing but for acids is equals to number of H plus ions is nothing but basicity. Basicity of acid is nothing but number of H plus ions in aqueous solutions. For bases, the N factor is equals to acidity of base. Acidity of base. Acidity of base is nothing but number of OH minus ions in aqueous solutions. Okay, and for salts or ions, whatever it may be, for salts is equals to the magnitude of charge, total magnitude of magnitude of positive or negative charge, because the salt contains how much units positive charge is present, the same quantity of negative charge is also present. Positive or negative charge is for salts. For ions, ions means maybe the cations or anions, whatever it may be. For ions is equals to magnitude of charge. Magnitude of charge on the ion. Okay, and the fifth one is oxidizing agents, the N factor. Oxidizing agent, what is oxidizing agent, dear student? The oxidizing agent itself undergoes a reduction by accepting electrons. So the oxidizing agent, the N factor is number of electrons gained. Okay, and reducing agent, the reducing agent N factor is equals to number of electrons lost. The number of electrons lost is known as a N factor for reducing agent. Reducing agent itself undergoes oxidation by loss of electrons. So this is about N factor for different types of compounds. So gram equivalent weight is equals to gram molecular weight by N factor. Okay, students. For example, let's see. For example, HCl is there. HCl, hydrochloric acid, N factor, gram equivalent weight. So the hydrochloric acid will be ionized to gives H plus plus Cl minus. That's why its N factor is equals to 1. Okay, and its gram equivalent weight is equals to gram molecular weight of HCl, means 35.1 plus 1 is equals to 36.5 divided by 1. The same way H2SO4 is present, is a dibasic acid. It will be ionized to gives 2H plus ions plus SO4 2 minus. That's why it can able to produce 2, means its N factor is equals to 2. Then its gram equivalent weight is equals to H2S4 gram molecular weight is 98 divided by 2. Then we need to find out. We have to simplify. Then it will comes value is equals to 49. So like the way we have to calculate the gram equivalent weights. So here normality, the gram equivalent weight is equals to gram molecular weight by N factor. So EB is nothing but gram equivalent weight of solute. The gram equivalent weight of solute formula is equal to again gram molecular weight by N factor. Gram molecular weight by N factor. Okay, students. So this is about normality, and the volume is present in denominator, means normality is normality. Students, it is temperature dependent. It is temperature dependent. If temperature increases, normality will be decreases because the volume increases, because the volume is increasing. Okay, students. So the normality is temperature dependent. Okay, that's why the temperature increases, the normality will be decreases. And different relations, another different formulas related to normality. Let's see, dear students. Normality is equals to weight by volume of the solution is present, W by V. Weight by volume percentage into 10 divided by gram equivalent weight of solute. Gram equivalent weight of a solute. Okay, and another important relation is weight by weight percentage. In terms of weight by weight percentage, the weight by weight percentage into density into 10 divided by gram equivalent weight of solute. Okay, gram equivalent weight of a solute. So these are the another relations in weight by volume percentage normality formula and weight by weight percentage normality formulas. Okay, students, now we need to discuss about some important relations related to normality. Okay, students, let's see that normality. For example, if similar kinds of solutions are mixed, if same kind of solutions solutions are mixed, then the resultant normality is equals to N1 V1 plus N2 V2 plus N3 V3 plus so on. So here two components are fixed. Mixing means just you have to take N1 V1 by N2 V2, N1 V1 plus N2 V2 by V1 plus V2 divided by V1 plus V2 plus V3 and so on. Like means total volume of the solution will comes in the denominator. Okay, this is about a same kind of solutions we are mixed, then the resultant normality formula. Okay, and dilution law in terms of normality is equals to N1 V1 is equals to N2 V2. Because why N1 V1 is equals to N2 V2, dear students? Because the number of equivalents is equals to fixed, then it is equals to N into V, normality into volume in liters. Okay, number of equivalents formula N into V. That's why N into V is a constant. That's why the resultant normality. So in that normality, dilution law is equals to N1 V1 is equals to N2 V2. N1 V1 are the initial and final volumes. Initial and final. Sorry, N1 V1 is equals to initial normality and initial volume. N2 V2 are the final normality and final volume. Okay, and if different kinds of solutions are mixed, means acid bases are mixed. Acid and bases are mixed. Then the resultant normality. Then first condition, NaVa means the strength of acid is more than the strength of base. NbVb, then the resultant normality. The end resultant normality is equals to concentration of H plus ions is equals to NaVa minus NbVb divided by Va plus Vb. Okay, student, this is the first condition. And the second condition, the strength of acid is less than the strength of base. Then the resultant normality is equals to the concentration of OH minus ions is equals to NbVb minus NaVa divided by Va plus Vb. Okay, students. And the third one is NaVa is equals to NbVb. NbVb means it is for neutral solutions. So here acidic nature is more. In the first condition, acidic nature is more. In the second condition, basic nature is more. In the third condition, neutral, for neutral solutions. For neutral solutions, NaVa is equals to NbVb. Then the H plus ions concentration is equals to OH minus ions concentration is equals to 10 to the power of minus 7 at room temperature is nothing but 25 degrees centigrade temperature. Okay, so these are the important relations related to normality. Okay, students. Now another important relation we need to discuss, that number of equivalents is equals to normality into volume. Okay, so the number of equivalents of solute is equals to N into V. N into V is fixed. According to that, the number of equivalents formula, what it is, dear students? Weight by gram equivalent weight. weight by gram equivalent weight is equals to normality into volume in liters. Normality into volume in liters. So in this case, we can find out that two, for example, normality and volume they gave, and we need to find out weight. And in this case, weight by gram equivalent weight is equals to normality into volume in liters. So in the same case, the number of milli equivalents milli equivalents is equals to normality into volume in ml. Normality into volume in ml. Okay, students. Now, if any chemical reaction, if you are taking, that number of equivalents of all reactants is equals to number of equivalents of all bases. Sorry, all products. So in any chemical reaction, next important point is, students, any chemical reaction, the number of equivalents of all reactants is equals to number of equivalents of products. The same way for acids and bases, for neutral solutions, the number of equivalents of acid is equals to number of equivalents of base. Okay, student, these are the important relations related to normality. Now we'll discuss about some important problems related to normality. Okay, before discussing about that normality, first we'll discuss about what is the relation between normality and molarity. Okay, let's see that, dear students, the relation between normality and molarity. The relation between normality and molarity. Okay, so we know that normality formula. Normality is nothing but weight by gram equivalent weight of solute. Okay, weight by gram equivalent weight of solute. This gram equivalent weight of solute is nothing but the gram molecular weight of solute divided by n factor of solute will comes. Weight by gram equivalent weight into 1000 by volume of solution in ml. Okay, this is about normality. And same way, molarity is equals to weight of the solute divided by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 by volume of the solution in ml. Okay, then it is the equation 2. Now this n factor, it will goes to numerator. Then normality is equals to weight of solute into divided by gram molecular weight of solute into n factor into 1000 divided by volume in ml. Okay, now if you observe that this is equation 1 you have to take, then it is equation 2, that 1 divided by 2. If you are doing, then the normality by molarity is equals to what it will comes, dear students? Only n factor will comes. Okay, then the normality is equals to molarity into n factor. Okay, let's see some questions related to this. How convert if normality they gave and how to convert into molarity. If molarity they gave and how to convert into normality. For example, 2 molar H2SO4. Find normality. So H2SO4 n factor is equals to 2 because H2SO4 will be ionized to gives 2 H plus ions and SO4 2 minus. It is an acid. Its n factor is equals to number of H plus ions. that it is 2, then the normality is equals to molarity into n factor. Then is nothing but 2 into 2 is equals to 4 normal will comes. Okay. In the same way, 4, otherwise, for example, 6 normal H2SO4 is present. Find molarity. Find its molarity, they will ask. Okay. In this case, the molarity is equals to normality by n factor. So the normality is 6 they gave, and n factor of H2SO4 is 2, then it is equals to 3 normal. Okay, this kind of questions they will ask. And another important one is, for example, 2 molar HCl is there. Find normality. Okay, HCl n factor. HCl n factor is equals to 1 only, because it is a mono basic acid. It can produce to only 1 H plus ions. That's why that normality is equals to molarity into n factor. N factor is equals to 1 means normality is equals to 2 into 1 is equals to 2. Okay, in the same way, means if n factor is equals to 1 means, if n factor is equals to 1 means normality is equals to molarity. If n factor is other than 1 means both are different. Both are different. For example, NaOH is there. Sodium hydroxide, NaOH. So the NaOH is ionized to gives Na plus OH minus n. So its n factor is equals to 1. Its n factor is equals to 1. That's why, for example, 2 normal NaOH is present. Find molarity. How much, dear students, that normality is equals to molarity into n factor. So n factor is equals to 1, then the normality is equals to molarity is equals to 2 normal. 2. Okay. So when the n factor is equals to 1 means the molarity is equals to normality. Other cases, the normality is equals to molarity into n factor. In other cases, normality will be more. If n factor is more than 1, then the normality value will be more, will comes when compared to molarity. Okay, this is very, very important relations to. Okay, dear students, let's go for some problems related to normality. The problem is, let's see, dear students, the question how they gave. Calculate the amount of calculate the amount of hydrated oxalic acid. Calculate the amount of hydrated oxalic acid. Hydrated oxalic acid formula is H2C2O4 2H2. Okay, students, hydrated oxalic acid required to preparation of 500 ml of 0.1 normal solution. So the weight of solute we need to find out. Okay, students, let's see the question. The given solute is equals to H2C2O4 2H2O. Okay, and its weight, the solute weight WB is equals to, we need to find out how much solute we need to take in 500 ml is converted into 0.1 normal solution. 0.1 normal solution, that weight we need to find out. And the gram molecular weight of solute. MB hydrated oxalic acid means the water molecules weight also we need to take. 2 are there, means 2 into 18. Carbons 2 are there, and the total here 2 hydrogens and here 6 hydrogens and 5 oxygen atoms. If its gram molecular weight is 126 will comes. And N factor H2C2O4. H2 N factor is equals to 2. Y means that H2C2O4 is a dibasic acid. It can be ionized to gives 2H plus ions plus C2O4 2 minus. That's why its N factor is equals to 2. Then the gram equivalent weight of solute is equals to gram molecular weight by N factor. Then is equals to 126 divided by 2 is equals to 63 will comes. So then the normality is equals to, normality formula is equals to weight of solute. Then it is nothing but EB. Weight of solute divided by the equivalent weight of solute into 1000 by volume of solution in ml. So the WB is equals to normality into equivalent weight of solute into volume in ml divided by 1000. Okay, the normality value, how much they gave in the question? 0.1. And equivalent weight of oxalic acid 63, and volume we are making 500 ml divided by 1000 is on simplification we'll get 3.15 grams. So if 3.15 grams of oxalic acid you are transferred into 500 ml volumetric flask, after that you have to make up with water, then it is its concentration is equals to how much, dear student? 0.1 normal. 0.1 normal. Okay students, let's go for next question, dear students. The next question related to normality is equals to calculate the normality of H2SO4. Sorry, calculate the normality of orthophosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid. Its molecular formula is H3PO4. Okay, students, calculate the normality of orthophosphoric acid having 70% by weight. 70% by weight, comma, density of the solution is equals to 1.54 grams. So this kind of solution normality we need to find out. So the answer, let's see, dear students. For this formula, normality is equals to, by weight means weight by weight percentage. Weight by weight percentage into density of the solution into 10 divided by equivalent weight of solute, EB. Okay, equivalent weight of a solute. Now the equivalent weight or gram equivalent weight of solute, EB is equals to gram molecular weight by N factor. H3PO4 is a tribasic acid. It can be ionized to give 3H plus ions plus PO4 3 minus. That's why its N factor is equals to 3. Then the equivalent weight or gram equivalent weight of H3PO4 is equals to gram molecular weight of H3PO4. Gram molecular weight is 98. 98 divided by 3 will comes. Okay, student, just you have to substitute that 98 divided by 3 in the above formula. Then the normality is equals to weight by weight percentage. 70 into density is equals to 1.54 into 10 divided by 98 whole by 3. This 98 whole by 3 means that 3 will goes to numerator. Is nothing but 70 into 1.54 into 10 into 3 divided by 98. Okay, students. These on simplification will get 33. 33 normal. 33 normal. Okay, its units are number of equivalents per liter. Normal N is nothing but normal is nothing but number of equivalents per liter. This is the units for normality. Okay, so this kind of problems they're asking from normality. These are all are the important concentration methods, students. Okay, in the next class we'll discuss about that types of solutions. In the next class we'll discuss about that types of solutions. Okay, students.